Hey guys, this is Mrs. Freeman, and I'm just going to talk about graphing in the coordinate plane. We're about to start chapter 3, and we're going to do a lot of things with graphing. And this is going to be a review of what you already know, but the last time that you really worked hard with this was in 6th grade. So I want to review it before we start moving on and building onto it. So this is an old PowerPoint. Ignore the lesson. It's not lesson 4.1. This is just an introductory lesson to chapter 3. So this is the coordinate plane. It looks something like this. I've got a graph, and it's made up of 2 axes and 4 quadrants. Okay, so the 2 axes that I have are the x-axis, which is the horizontal one going across from side to side. And then I have the y-axis, which is the vertical one that's going from top to bottom. So the x-axis and the y-axis. And then my graph has 4 quadrants. And the quadrants are kind of funny because they go backwards. So this is quadrant 1. But then you would think that it would move clockwise, but it doesn't because quadrant 2 is over here. And then down a little bit is quadrant 3. And then over one more time is quadrant 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes counterclockwise. And then this point in the middle where my x-axis and my y-axis intersect is called the origin. Okay, so you graph ordered pairs on the coordinate plane, which include the x value first, followed by a comma, and the y value second, all inside parentheses. So this -3, 5 here on the screen is an example of what an ordered pair looks like. In this one, -3 would be the x value, and 5 would be the y value, because we said the x value comes first, and the y value comes second, followed by a comma, or separated by a comma, and then all inside of some parentheses. Okay, you can determine which quadrant an ordered pair lies in by looking at the signs of the x and y values of the ordered pair. Okay, so I'm going to graph 12 points on the coordinate plane, 3 in each quadrant. Here they are. I want you to think back to 6th grade here. Whenever you plotted points on a coordinate plane, you might have done a little bit of it in 7th grade. And we want to list the 3 ordered pairs from each quadrant in the middle row of, it says of the table below, but just on your paper. I want you to list the 3 ordered pairs from each of the quadrants. So write quadrant 1 for me, and then write the 3 ordered pairs of the 3 points that are in quadrant 1, so this one, and this one. Because this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, this one is 3, and this one is 4, remember? So go ahead and give me the ordered pairs for quadrant 1 on your paper, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Okay, I'm going to do the first one for you just to remind you how to do it. So we always count the x value first, and this is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. So the x value, if I'm looking at this point right here, the x value of this point is 2, 1. So +2, +1. Okay, so that means this next one is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. And if you move the other way, so this way, you're counting negative. Same with the y-axis. If you move up, you're counting positive. If you move down, you're counting negative. So pause this video and you find the ordered pairs for each of these 12 points. And then come back and we'll see how you did. Alrighty, hopefully you've got those 12 done. So this one up here we haven't done yet. It is over 1, so it has an x value of 1 and a y value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 5 would be that one. Now in quadrant 2, this first one is -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I went to the left 2, so that's a negative, but then I went up 5, which is a positive. Okay, here's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I went to the left 3, that's negative, up 3, positive. And then the last one in quadrant 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the left, so -6, and 1 up. So -6, 1. All right, looking at quadrant 3 now, I'm going over 1 to the left, so it's a -1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 down, so -4. I'm going over 1, 2, 3 to the left, so -3, and 1 down, so -1. And then for the last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left, and 1, 2, 3, 4 down. For quadrant 4, I'm going 1 to the right, so it's +1 now, and 1, 2, 3 down, so -3. 1, 2, 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down, so +3, -6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right, and 1 down, so +5, -1. Alright, hopefully you got those. If you didn't, maybe back this video up and watch it again, and make sure you have those really good before you move forward. So here is the points that we said. Yours might be in a different order, and that's fine. But here's what I wanted to point out here. In each of these in quadrant 1, my x values are all positive, and my y values are all positive. And that is always going to be true in quadrant 1. X values will be positive, and y values will be positive. In quadrant 2, my x values are all negative, while my y values are all positive, and that will always be true in quadrant 2. In quadrant 3, both are negative, and that will always be true in quadrant 3. And then in quadrant 4, my y values are negative, but my x values are positive, and that will always be true in quadrant 4. Okay, so that's really what I wanted to review for you today. On your Big Ideas assignment, you're going to have to plot some points, so be sure you know how to do that. You're going to have to do that backwards and give me the coordinates of some points that are already plotted. And then you're going to have to tell me what quadrant a point is in sometimes. So you need to know the 4 different quadrants that we talked about at the very beginning. You need to know how to plot a point. And you need to know how to tell what the coordinates of a point that is already plotted are. Alright, so go ahead to Big Ideas and try that assignment out and let me know if I can help. Have a great day.